Just like when Juna fall in the dance spot, I wanna see you shaking and jumping like that. Come on! Yes! Culture!
What is Bahamian culture?
What is Bahamian culture? What is Bahamian culture? What is Bahamian culture?
What is Bahamian culture? In this mini-film, we'll look at a series of interviews combined with what we learned in Music 100 to find out what it is.
Some say it's magical, some say it's musical. Come get your belly full of Bahamian culture. Some get emotional, some take it personal. Get all hysterical for Bahamian culture.
Gel your mama bathroom. Ali de demo sampo on the stage lamsu. Hi, Kasa. Do you see the tiny baby? Come on, my back. My back. Aiden, I need to stop. Come on.
Listen, when last you eat some pancake, when last you had a piece of time,
little girl,
when last you mix a cat,
come go get me some fun, but you stay down the stop.
It's so original, it's so erotical, and it's so natural. This Bahamian culture, it's not just seasonal, not only a ritual, but it's so visual.
Go put on the hot water.
Some say it's jovial.
Go put on the good blessed hot water.
This Bahamian culture, it's physical, it's like you are comical, more fun than a funeral. This Bahamian culture, yes, culture.
And you know, all later, call him and tell him a phone and take.
That's Grammy making noise, man.
I send you to put my water on to boil. Go put my water on to boil. I am the phone, you need to warm my back.
It's all Bahamian culture, man. Listen, it's over time, let's get to work. Come on, what? Some say it's mystical, it's all phenomenal. People come from all about from Bahamian culture. Some say it's spiritual, they make a spectacle. Let's have more festivals from Bahamian culture. Some say it's magical, some say it's musical. Come get a belly full of Bahamian culture. Some get emotional, some take it personal. Get all hysterical from Bahamian culture. Check it out, listen. When last you drink some strong back or a cup of belly tea, when last you had some Majorina, when last you drink some Cersei, we've got to pass it to our children. Hurry quick before it's gone. We owe it to our forefathers. Oh, that our culture carries on. See, some say it's mystical, it's all phenomenal. People come from all about for Bahamian culture. Some say it's spiritual, they make a spectacle. Let's have more festivals for Bahamian culture. Some say it's magical, some say it's musical. Come get a belly full of Bahamian culture. Some get emotional, some take it personal. Get all hysterical for Bahamian culture. Listen, this thing is even educational. Metaphysical. Serious. Let's go. Check it out. Listen. Just like Rick and Squid, you start to jump and shake. You got to gyrate. That's Bahamian culture. Come dance the jump and do. Hold tight and jump up too. Everybody rushing through. That's Bahamian culture. Let's do the Gombe. Happy people jump and play in the island sun all day. That's Bahamian culture. It's so original, it's so erotical, and it's so natural. That's Bahamian culture. It's not just seasonal, it's not just a ritual, but it's so
Good afternoon, Ms. Wright.
Good afternoon.
Being an expert, which I consider you being, can you please tell me what you think is Bahamian culture, your interpretation of it?
Bahamian culture. Bahamian culture is actually who make us as Bahamians who we are. So it's no one thing. You know, lots of times when people think of culture, they're thinking about the music, the dance, the drama, painting, and so forth. Oh yes, the art forms are very important. But if we're talking, when we talk about Bahamian culture, we're also talking about how does a Bahamian think differently from a Jamaican. For example, if there's going to be a wedding in the family, what is one of the first things that come to mind with a Bahamian? If there are going to be 3 weddings in the family back to back, what are you thinking about right away?
What I gonna wear?
What I gonna wear? And 3 different things for the 3 weddings, and color-coded for the funerals. That's culture, because it's a certain thought process that comes into the mind when you think of a particular thing. Even the way we save. A Bahamian spend because they're depressed and they don't have any money, so they're gonna spending spree. It makes no sense to anybody else, but that's a part of who we are, our culture, how we think, how we process. Also, culture is also the way we live as a people, okay? What is our comfort level? Is the comfort level of the Bahamian the same as a Jamaican, a Haitian, or an African, or an American? Are we closer to any of those countries than any other? Well, we know our comfort level is quite high. We have to have a fan. If you don't have an air conditioning unit, you must have a fan, okay? Our comfort level. And of course, you know, we like to talk about, no matter how poor we are, you know, on Sunday you're gonna have chicken and 1 more meat.
And 1 more meat.
Because you have 2 meats, no matter what kind of meat it is. So it is also the way we live. It's the way that we relate to each other, our family members. You know, we may live far apart, but let it be a problem.
We all come together.
We all come together. The family will hang together every night until that thing is solved. Even though we are not people who are all, we like our space normally as Bahamians. I have my 3-bedroom house or my 2-bedroom house, and my family is in there, and we don't start adding and adding and adding. We like our space. Even when we live abroad, we don't hang together as a group of people, mind you, even though, and that's a part of the culture. Bahamians, when they go away to school or to shop, they usually come back home. So there's so many things that impact what we call culture that has nothing to do with things like the arts or what have you.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing all the way from the Bahamas, Colors!
Well, my name is Desmado Finley Sr., trading as Stileet, that's S-T-I-L-E-E-T. And I'm originally from Machatan in Nago, as a Over the Hill boy, as an island boy. I'm one of the harder boys. What gets me into Bahamian music other than any genre of music is, tell you the truth, at 8:10 a.m. Because back in Nago, there really wasn't no other station to listen to. So when your computer was in the back in them days when it was going, even if it was there, we didn't have one. Like some kids had Nintendos and what's not. Nah, we used to go underneath the tree, watch the fellas who used to do that, go to Waken Street. One got the guitar, one got one of them empty gas tank, the other beating with his mouth, one singing, and we just sit there all day. And we watch, and we learn. And that radio happened to be instilled and embedded in my blood to this day. And for me, I don't think I would want nothing else. I wouldn't want to be singing no other kind of music. Simply it's because there is no music sweeter than Bahamian music. And the world hasn't heard what we have as yet. Our music is an indigenous piece of, I can't even explain it, but it's my job to take it international abroad. And that will come in this year. I refuse to embark on searching any other music because Bahamian music is down home. If we are Bahamian to live what we are, don't appreciate what we have, do not help endorse what we have, then we will have nothing. Other than everybody else coming and doing this or singing that or following this, be you. Beyonce doesn't need you to help us sing R&B. Lenny Kravitz, he don't need you to help him do rock. But we need people to help us do break and scrape. Because this is what we have. This is the only product that we can offer to people when they come looking for music in the music industry. And you can tell them, Stalit say so. Oh yeah.
Okay, as opposed to how the radio stations play other music, opposed to against, let's say, how they play other music more than our own. Do you think that it helps to deteriorate our own culture or our own music taste towards our own?
Well, personally, I would say I don't think the radio station do justice at times for the amount of songs that they play other than Bahamian music, even if it is a Bahamian artist and they play R&B, hip-hop, however, Bahamian music should always come first. Anything in the Bahamas should always come first. I feel as if they probably play sometimes 60% to 40% Bahamian, 60% foreign, to 40% Bahamian music, or maybe 70% foreign, 30% Bahamian music. I feel as if the kids, the more they play the foreign music, people don't get to hear or don't get to understand and know what we have. Like some folks would ask, what you have new on the radio, or what you have new coming up? I would say, call the radio station. I just released 2 brand new songs a month ago. How I haven't heard it? The reason why they didn't hear it is because.
Okay, which songs were they?
Heal Me Mama, it's on the Golden Rhythm, and there's a song that's called Wine Your Bungie. You know, wine. You know
I know that.
But, most people be like, I never hear them before. Well, why? I tell them, you gotta call the radio stations. It is probably is in a rotation. Sometimes they might, probably the radio, the production manager might not like the song or the topic that you choose. But it's not fair to the artist or to the public, because if you play a bad song or even a song that is a hit, it will be a hit after you play it so much, because people will request it. You know, they are looking for something new. So if you just play the music, you know, don't deprive the people of what other folks are trying to give them.
Okay. Another question that I have is, how do you feel that certain songs that you may want to pursue or to sing that the radios would not play, like a soulful song or a love song, they only play mostly songs that are humorous?
Well, I would say I did a gospel song called The Lord Is Good. I don't think the radio station was expecting anything like that from me. The song was released. I'm not saying that they don't do a good job, but they are always expecting you to have something on par with, either in a dirty way, like how I sing the song I Ain't Keeping Sweetheart No More, If My Girlfriend Leave Me Hang and Die. They always want something up-tempo, upbeat, which is us. But the artists decide to keep it Bahamian and change it up a little bit. The song should still be played. You know, all of the songs aren't going to be exactly the same. You know, all of the songs ain't going to be up here, which you should try to cut them and let them stay up here. But just play what comes your way. You know, at least give it its chance and rotation. Just play it to the minimum way they do.
Okay. Another question would be, what impact do you think that hearing more Bahamian music would have on the youth?
Well, see, I'd say the internet, for example, if they play more Bahamian music on the radios the way they should, other than playing one artist in particular, like, you know, being, I'll call it curry favor or just riding one train, they play all Bahamian music. I don't care how old it is. Some young kids never heard or never seen who these artists are. So if they would play it and give the artist the respect, or put it on point that says, this is Ancient Man from Cat Island and he did this song, I ain't asking for much. Trust me, Ancient Man is carrying on by. He right now.
Oh yeah, I just heard him this morning. He was really good.
Right.
He had the class going.
Be like, they haven't this about Ancient Man. Ancient Man, he's married, he's an accountant, he's doing this. They don't give the Bahamian artists that much input. If they play a song by a Bahamian artist, they'll be like, okay, and that was Down Home by this one, and that's it. All right, coming up next. But sometimes you hear them talk about Beyonce, or they talk about Rihanna or somebody, they'll be like, she's got a new movie, and they'll have a whole 3-minute conversation about them. By the time as they finish speaking about those artists, the youth or anybody who's listening have no choice but to go on the internet and look them up and see what it is that they're talking about. All of this is that give the Bahamian artists the respect that is due. Not because they're from the Bahamas and you see them every day. Give them the respect that is due. Help them help us by doing music.
Okay, there was one more question I had for you. Give me a second to recall the question. Basically, what have you done apart from other artists to help yourself know? Because I know there is a lot of Bahamian artists that Bahamians don't actually know about.
Okay, what I've done, for example, today, I flew from Grand Bahama on my own expense to the College of Bahamas for the young folks here for their lecture to give them a taste of what I'm like and why I chose Bahamian music. It's not for the promotional use why I did it. I did it because the youth today, they're all online and they're listening to this foreign music, and it's my job to make sure that they understand what our music is through me. I go to all schools in Freeport. I'm trying to come to New Providence on a tour. To go to the schools, give away guitars, give away swords, give away jungle drums. Keep them in the music area, in the Bahamian music area. That what makes me different, I think, personally, for sure, because I love the kids. Personally, I don't think my government have anything instilled in place for the students in the musical department for which is Bahamian. My job, what I'm trying to do is make sure they put Wake and Scrape in schools. You can imagine your child, my child, going to, say, the new sports stadium, and they have battle of the bands against, say, St. George's High or the Freeport, against R.M. Bailey or the Nassau. You can imagine your child with a guitar, 14 years old, and they playing their own music that they cut themselves. You understand what I'm saying?
That would be nice.
The original down home, other than them going home and taking a DVD player or a laptop and they DJ and this and, you know, the whatever, whatever the song is and a bunch of stuff.
I believe Bahamian culture right now in our society is the way our females act, especially the women, which is the same thing. Some of our women act sophisticated, and on the other hand, the rest act like pure, hard, I don't know, junglist. You know, with them purple and green weaves and yellow and white stilettos and them Gucci skirt. Every time they walk, it right from here to Jerusalem. No man, we gotta do better. They dress to the finest, and you don't want to see the host. They come out of shock.
Alright, let's do it.
I don't know. The problem.
I thought the love that we had was true. I thought I couldn't live without you. But then I found you was a junglist, causing me all kind of stress. Yeah, I did everything a man could do. I bought you fancy clothes and diamonds too. But then I found you was a rambling rose. Girl, you better pack up your clothes. Y'all go do what you wanna do. I can't tell you who to suck it to. Spread your joy, y'all, if that's your thing. But I ain't gonna be no fool. Just give me back my ring. I can let you keep a thing. Drive a lime green Maxima, 22. One of the many things I bought for ya. But still you gone and scheme on me. Riding around the town with Stevie, wearing orange top with purple tights. Green earring and bracelet, your lipstick white.
I'm gonna blast this, just calling me.
Rainbow weave,
They said I'm ready to go outside.
red belt and
Hello.
yellow stilettos.
What happened to you?
Y'all go do what you
Man, I didn't you leave the old 10:30 man alone now. Man, don't be calling my phone no boy to foolishness, man.
Spread your joy, yeah, if that's your
Don't tell me,
thing.
but I too loud.
But I ain't gonna be no fool. I tired getting swing.
Miss, when you play for me, there's let you on every time. I'm the first time you get it with this man. You shouldn't do it like that, you stupid self. Oh, you worry about me? You worry about me? Girl, I don't worry about nobody. You said I know how to go to the store, pick up my own makeup and everything. Girl, I do everything like that. I don't need nobody. How come you? Only you get friends, you. Just friends. You know what? I come in there and I can deal with him.
I actually think Bahamian culture is pretty much about having fun because we like to integrate with others. Although there are positive aspects of Bahamian culture, there's also a lot of negative. Like sweethearting is a part of the culture. I don't care what no one say, it's heavily entrenched. Everybody does it. I have a lot of family members who do it. I have some older friends who do it. I even have classmates who do it. I was like, I didn't know it started so early, but all in all, I think that Bahamian culture is good. Like any, it has these weird aspects.
Oh Lord, why me? Why me? Oh. Listen here. I was working hard on my job one day when a friend of mine called me up to say, it is not my affair, I'm so ashamed to tell, but your wife committing adultery, so run home like hell. Well, I ran up to my door panting, and I stopped for a minute just to listen in. And the things I heard, I cried a shock. I don't want to hear it in my ears no more, because she was telling me how she loved him so, and he was telling he don't love she no more. You can imagine how I get in vexed. Done make up my mind, boy, what I gonna do next? Then suddenly there was no sound at all, so I opened the door and walked down the hall. He was kissing she was kissing he. I took it with weakness and fell straight to my knees. I could see them, they were down on the floor. And believe.
Before I came into Music 100, my perception of Bahamian culture was the occasional junkanoo and regattas, stuff like that, you know, having a bear, enjoying yourself, we're playing some dominoes under the tree. But now that I know that these artists, they played a huge role in Bahamian culture, artists that I had no clue existed, and styles of music, and it's so amazing because I'm now more proud to say that I am Bahamian, especially with all the contributions and stuff that were made to the Bahamas from these artists. That makes sense? Anyway, so Music 100 taught me that I need to value my culture more, and I need to embrace it, and that is what I'm doing.
Well, I was always into Bahamian music, even before I started taking this class, but this class just made me more aware of the real struggle that these artists go through. I mean, I know it always was hard, but I didn't think it was to this extent that they don't even get the recognition that they deserve. But the experience I had, especially with getting a first-hand view of what they actually go through, it gave me that drive, I guess, to be more appreciative of what they really do. And now I make everybody listen to Bahamian music because I want them to be empowered as well, so that eventually in the future the artists that actually enjoy doing this would actually get that recognition that they really deserve. Because I mean, I don't listen to music per se, but Bahamian music is something I could see myself listening to on a regular. In terms of what them other things is, them other artists, especially those from the States. If you ask me something, I really can't tell you because I really be interested. But I guess for me, Bahamian music it's just more of a reality. It lets you know what's going on in society, and you could relate to it more or less. Because if you have like Nita, for example, that class we had with her was awesome. I really enjoyed that. She still needs to show me how to stick and roll. But for example, things like that, you know, with children, you gotta, you know, have fun. You could have good, clean fun instead of being wild all over the place. So I guess this class just put me in better perspective to appreciate Bahamian music as well as
My
love
conclusion of
things.
Bahamian culture after doing this presentation, along with taking Music 100 class, is that Bahamian culture is who we are as a people. It's embedded in our bloods. It's what we do. It's how we speak. If it's going to Miami today and coming back tomorrow and speaking like American, is a part of that. Is also a part of our culture. Even though some people say that we don't know what our culture actually is. Before I took Music 100, my interest in Bahamian culture was very minimal. After taking the class, I have a much greater interest for my culture and learning about it more. It has impacted my life tremendously because it helped me to discover who I am as a Bahamian. Whenever you are.
Okay.
They go around.
Okay. What is Bahamian culture? In this mini film, we'll look at a series of interviews. Come with me.
Yeah, I walk in, girl. Let's start over.
What is Bahamian culture?
What happened to you? You were supposed to say the same thing.
Who?
Oh,
Oh, you want to be on that thing, eh?
no.
Oh, because you're not slapping with that camera.